Hello, everybody. Listening to the Fair Weather Podcast. Your boy 2K Suave. I am joined with A-Rod Rodriguez wearing a motherfucking Mets hat. I just realized that. What the fuck is wrong with you, dog?
Gotta be happy for my boy, man. He's getting paid.
Just to go lose some more.
Hope we don't have another repeat of Albert Pujols over there. So
Hey, that cursed ass franchise, they ain't cursed. We more cursed than them. Nah.
who's we? Who's we more cursed? I want to hear that one more time.
Bro, Philly, we suck. We always fuck up. No, the Mets be
Consistency is key. Consistency is key.
That's true. That's true. How's your week going?
Busy, very busy.
Is good busy or is bad busy?
Show me a gun, busy.
God damn.
What you drinking, the dunk?
Damn.
He said the yak hitting hard.
By the way, go Blue. Ohio State, what kind of pussy ass shit is that? Y'all gonna give us a felony for playing our flag in y'all field?
Pussy.
No, I see what's going on. Hey, how many levels of grief is there? They be going through it ever since we beat them. They wanted the fisticuffs, crying on the sideline, breaking windows. Be like, all right, maybe we should have got rid of Kyle McCord. It is just regret everything. Oh, bro, it's beautiful. I'm sorry, dog. I ain't mean to do that to y'all. But come on, man. But yeah, that was some funny wacky shit I seen today. Now we're gonna get to the NFL. But today I kind of want to there was a lot of just shit that's been going. Like yesterday I got home and I asked my wife, I'm like, yo, what's going on in like social media or in the world that you're glued into? Because she does what the people are doing. If it's like the latest thing is the guy who shot the United Health Care guy, right? And she's going down the rabbit hole of rabbit holes. I don't have an opinion on whether this. What is your take on that whole thing? As far as like, is it the guy? Oh shit! Why did he do it? Like, what was your thoughts on all that?
I just remember when it happened, I was like, oh, damn, another bureaucrat ate it. That's all I could think about. I was like, somebody just shot the man. I mean, we all talk about it, but he really did it. And the thing is, he's a good looking dude with a washboard ab, and the bitches are like, I'll blow him any day of the week, man. He's a good dude.
26 years old. He's rich. He got his shit together. The fuck's going on?
And the McDonald's camera caught him. Bunch of snitches, man. So,
bruh, that's what my girl's like. Come on, of all this dude carried out an assassination, and then was hanging out at McDonald's after that. Like, you don't think he thought that through? I don't know. Again, I don't fucking know. I understand where people mindsets are like when they get so stressed out with shit. Trust me, I deal with it all the time. I just at the end of the day. He has you don't just take another man's life. The dude does have a family. Like, come on, bro. Like, he didn't like physically assault your family. He didn't personally maybe come after you. So yeah, to me it was just like that. Carrying out the act is fucking crazy. I understand from a psychological standpoint because I wake up in the morning and I'm like, yeah, bro, I feel you. But then I drink my mushroom coffee. You know what I'm saying? I listen to J. Cole and I'm good. I come back down to earth. But if I wake up and I listen to like DMX or some shit, oh shit. Be careful.
Hey, yo,
but yeah, I was just curious to kind of know where you come from with that. Now, the rest of the shit that I'm about to get to, before we get to the NFL, because a lot of shit is going on in the NFL. They're trying to break up the Eagles again, like they're trying to do it again. Like, I see it. I knew it was coming at some point. But
it's from in-house. Brandon Graham. Graham.
Right. He was just we'll get to that. Now I want to get to some crazy, wacky, funny topics. And then just get your quick take on it. They're all sports related, but they're interesting at the same time. All right.
No one. Can't wait.
I don't know which one, but first one, this was kind of a story that's been going on for a few years, but it's come to a head now. The whole Dre Michelle, Tyrod, your boy Tyrod Taylor, and Jalen Green situations. Are you familiar with any of that?
Refresh my. Oh, you mean the 40-year-old?
Yeah. So she used to be with Tyrod Taylor. All right, your boy Tyrod Taylor, and
They have to lead to the Jets somehow.
and he left. I mean, they split up or whatever, but he allowed her to stay at the crib. He allowed her to rent while she's getting her shit together, right? So during this time, she meets this fucking 23-year-old NBA player, gets impregnated, and now she's does she already have the baby or she's yeah, I don't know what the situation is, but she got pregnant by Jalen Green. All right. Now Tyrod Taylor is evicting her. He was like, yeah, I don't really want you here no more. So go ahead and find your own spot. And apparently she ain't trying to leave because, like, yeah, it's not her spot. But she put in money to, like, redecorate some shit. And, like, she was like, this is part of mine too. And they don't have a signed agreement of her being a tenant there. So she's basically a squatter. She's just fucking there. And he's like, yo, you got to go. Because this is my house. And I don't want you in my house no more. You got a boyfriend that got $300 million, right? Go to his house. Fuck you say fuck me for? Why you here? And so just giving you that backdrop. Who was in the wrong?
And Orlando Scandrick somewhere laughing too. So
I'm telling you, she get around. But who's in the wrong?
I mean, I don't think Tyrod's in the wrong. I'd be like, yo, what the fuck? You're gonna go do with this? Why is she living with him? If you're gonna have a baby together, you're creating a life together.
Correct.
You have some kind of leeway to get into this man's house and say, I'm living with you now, as opposed to bumming it on Tyrod's fucking couch or wherever.
On the sofa bed? Like, bro, get the fuck out of here.
This is a whole nother conversation in whole when it comes to like traps. And I hate saying traps, but that's what they are. They're traps. They're not looking to be if she was like with Orlando Scandrick and then dated like a attorney or
the CEO of United Healthcare.
John Moran has entered the chat. I mean, it's like
she has a type.
We know what you're going for.
You have a type, clearly.
And they have to have some kind of a contract, so it makes sense. So I get why she's not with Orlando Scandrick. He's given her 3 children already. Well into his 40s. He's not a well-oiled athlete anymore, so you got to get rid of that one. Tyrod, he can't stay healthy to save his life or start. And he's probably making the vet minimum. So
Jalen Green signed a rookie max extension or some shit like that. He got paid. His team is top 3 in the West right now.
I mean, to you young men out there too, like do your research on these women you date, man. I'm not trying to say all women are traps or anything like that. I'm not trying to be that guy, but if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck and it's only dating, peacocks, and it is what it is, man. Like, you're a peacock. You got to fly sometimes, right? Peacocks.
Yo, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm nowhere near ever even close to being in the NFL, right? But I did play football in high school, right? Now, prior to me playing football in high school, I walked past the same chicks all the time. I don't get really no look, no nothing, just go to the fucking vending machine, get my honey bun, and get to class. You know what I mean? The moment I put on a football jersey, the first day that I wore my jersey to school, those same girls that I walked past, the same ones that never paid me no mind, all of a sudden, oh hey, oh shit, oh you notice me now? Can you imagine adding $300 million to that? Shit. Some girls have a type, and they will tell you in middle school, yep, I'm gonna go be with him. He gonna be rich. He gonna be a rich basketball player. He gonna take care of my shit. Not saying that's her prerogative, but like you said, kind of walking and talking and quacking and dapping. You know what I mean? Like something don't smell right. So It's a learning. To me, I put a little blame on Jalen Green. Like, look, you old enough to be a man now and have a baby, so get your girlfriend off of another man's house. Like, what are you doing? Like, have some. Like, I know you young, but you got the cougar got you, dog. How like that? So you're young, but now it's time for you to grow up. Like,
play stupid games, win
go.
prizes.
Your baby. No matter how you feel about that girl, your baby. You gonna you want your baby to visit in somebody else's house? That like they used to cram her. Like what?
And as for Drea, go find some fuckers your fucking age, man. Hang out with them.
Hey, listen.
Robin.
When Bill Belichick does it, it's cool. Hey, Bill.
What I'm waiting for.
Hey, Bill. And that's why I'm transitioning to next. Bill Belichick has officially taken the UNC Tar Heel football head coach. I saw a meme on Twitter. you know Spice Adams? So it was Spice Adams with a bad haircut, and it said back round 73. He has a good haircut. All of a sudden, good haircut.
Two-pick Two-pick change anything, man.
Dog, they just went from old to old. But this old dude, he pulling. Well, we know how Bill Belichick has been for the last our whole lives of watching football. Basically, he's Bill Belichick. He came from the Giants. Lawrence Taylor got him to be the greatest defensive player ever. Was working with Nick Saban with the Browns. Turned his back on the Jets, and the rest is history. Where do you think this is coming from? College?
Frat parties are going to be wild with Bill. That's all I can say.
Frank the Tank.
I don't know why he wants to do that. I mean, Bill just, I think, has I don't know. Does he have some kind of control with like the dean of sports and shit like that too? Or I don't know.
Well, I've never seen. This is like, who's done this? Like, we know, like Nick Saban has gone to the NFL, came back. Pete Carroll, Harbaugh, but like the greatest head coach of all time. After all these years of dominance in the NFL, he not only does he take over a collegiate team, it's the University of Tar Heel. This is not basketball, baby. This is Tar Heel football.
This is Julius Peppers Football County, man.
I know Julius Peppers. I know what was that wide receiver's name that played for the Giants? Hakeem Nicks.
Drake
May. I can't give you anybody else.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's going to be a different lay of the land for Bill. I mean, now you got to deal with children, and it's not like an Alabama where they have a structure, and this is how we do it. This is the Alabama way. It's been passed down from Bear Bryant. It's been passed down from Nick Saban, and this is how it's done. So, will Bill turn UNC into a powerhouse? I mean, let's see. Can't remember the last time I said, I'd really love to play football. The University of North Carolina. Can't think about that.
And we're talking about like how he's going to coach these kids. They're not kids, professionals. They are kids. But the way the world is now with NIL, college is going to be giving them some of the cut. Is he going to treat them like the professionals, or is he going to treat them like they're collegiate athletes at the end of the day? Because they are technically still 18 to 22-year-old babies that are trying to really turn into adults. How do you think he approaches it?
I don't know. I think with the NIL deal, I think he's going to be okay with that because he's used to players getting contracts and things like that.
But he determined the contracts. He don't got no control over these contracts. These are just a bunch of.
We don't know yet.
Taco Bell.
We don't know. We don't know what Bill's going to control yet. Bill seems to me like I don't feel like this is a good step for Bill, but I think the NFL is just over Bill Belichick as a whole. I think they're like, hey, listen, man, we've all been ass raped by you for so many years, and we don't want you in here anymore doing what you do.
You know what's weird though? A lot of the reasons why they said that he can't coach the NFL no more was because he was too old, and his very old coaching habits for the younger players. He's going to college, which is even younger. He's still the same age, and I haven't really heard people be like, "Oh, he's too old." Like now, oh shit, go Bill. It's like, oh, the narrative changes, but I don't know. It's that was weird.
And he's
But
dating a 4-year-old. He's banging a 4-year-old.
Hey, my dog, Frank Tank. I see you, Bill. Bill the Thrill. boy.
Wow, Bill.
Now staying in college football, before we get to the college football playoff, Heisman talk and Travis Hunter, his girlfriend. What's your Heisman take? Your gun to your head. This is my Heisman and why.
On Travis Hunter?
Well, who is your Heisman? Is it Travis Hunter or is it Jensen? Because we know it's those two.
Who is it? It's Travis Hunter,
Ashton Jensen, and Dylan Gabriel, and Cam Ward.
I think for me it would really be Travis Hunter because he's a dual athlete, and this is in this era of the world, we're intrigued by the dual athlete that can do two things at once, and he's been dominant at both. It's one thing if you're a slouch at it, because I remember when they brought out a switch pitcher for the A's or whatever team, I think it was the Blue Jays, they brought out a switch pitcher and the world lost their mind and he just got slugfest and they sent his ass to the minors. But then we get a guy like Ohtani now.
I was going to say, but then you get a Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, and you get a guy like Shohei Ohtani, and things change. And I think at the NFL, we over criticize players who are we look at the offensive players. Like I think we look offensive players and overlook the defensive players because there's a lot of great cornerbacks in the league, but we talk more about the CD Lambs, you know why?
Because like what's sexy is touchdowns and sacks. Like you know, like girls would know TJ Watt. I said girls, my bad, but like people who don't really who are casual fans of football. TJ Watt, you'll know him. Myles Garrett, probably you'll know him. Aiden Hutchinson, you'll probably know him. But you're not going to know CJ Gardner-Johnson. You're not going to know. I mean, think of it. It's like, it's true, though.
Yeah, but for him to be dominant at both positions, like that's a big thing. And I think he's got my nod for that. And he backs his shit up, man. He backs his shit up when he plays. And Coach Prime has done a good job of getting a lot of athletes over there to do what they need to do. And I think he's the number one recruit coming out of high school that was wide receiver or overall. Like he's big time stuff, and he's been as advertised. You know,
he got him to go choose JSU first.
Yeah. And he performed there well. So I think he's well deserved of it. I think people are going to be upset that someone from Colorado is going to win because a lot of people hate on Prime and his take on stuff. But I do remember, I think there was another player that won a Heisman at Colorado too, a running back.
I thought it was a
quarterback or running back, one of them. So it is what it is. But I think he's the one deserving. Or the running back from Boise State.
You're not allowed to say or because people are very divided on this shit apparently.
I think in this case, if it were up to me, I would give it to Travis because of the dual position that he plays and how dominant he is at the position. And if he goes 1 overall in the draft, like it's a clear shot to me. The real question is what's he gonna do?
You think who's more likely to go number 1, a quarterback or him? Because you got Shedeur, you got Cam, and then you got him. Like who?
Depends what stupid team shows up to the draft that day. So who knows?
I fix my light. Make sure my light is lighting. Hold up. Oh, okay. I see. All right.
I'm sure we fuck that up easily if we were drafting there. We'd fuck it up somehow, but
like, in what way though? Like between those three. All right, if I'm the Giants, who do I want?
Whatever you can get, man.
If I'm the Giants, remember the Giants, Chargers, and Steelers went through this shit a few years ago.
KK, we literally just watched Hard Knocks on what not to do as a GM. Okay, he did nail the draft and he got Malik Neighbors, but who's throwing Malik Neighbors the ball? A crime lord and a guy that's like, why am I not starting when I was the starter in Denver? And, I told I was going to be the starter when I got to Seattle and they rustled.
And he knows Jeezy lines and shit.
And he knows Jeezy. I don't know if he can say the N-word, but like he's pretty close to it. I mean, the Giants, don't even throw the Giants in the mix here. They're a shit organization. Just like my team, or the team I used to root for, and
they got two Super Bowls that we witnessed, and they got 2 or 3 other ones that they had in the past.
They do.
They're pretty good, solid.
I mean, as lineage, yes, their lineage, the story of the Giants is definitely better than what I root for or what I rooted for. But as of the years, what have they done that you're like, damn, the Giants they scare me. We laugh at them on off season.
Not shit, yeah. And I got this. I was looking at the running back stat of all. There's been Barry Sanders is what 2,628 yards, right? And then Ashton Genty, he's second place all time. He passed Kevin Smith from UCF, and then Marcus Allen. But all these running backs have ran for 2,000 yards. Not all of them won Heisman. You got Melvin Gordon, LaDainian Tomlinson, Troy Davis, Marcus Allen, Mike Rozier. I know Derrick Henry did it. Yep, Derrick Henry.
Did the kid from
Matt Forte, huh?
What was the kid from San Diego State? Did he do it too?
San Diego State. Was it Daniel Pumphrey?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it. He got drafted by the Eagles. I sold his a car, by the way. Fun fact. I sold his on the car. But yeah, all these people. He's not the first. I mean, yeah, he's having a hell of a year.
The problem though is, he's a touchdown machine too. The problem is everyone's intrigued by a quarterback. Everyone loves a quarterback. I think Gabriel has the best upside to win if we're looking at quarterbacks. I love Cam Ward and what he's doing. But Dylan Gabriel is number one in the college football for a reason, and he's the leader of that team. So,
touche. He's gonna be like a 3rd round, 4th round pick in the NFL. Get a starting job. We're like, damn, how did he fall to the 3rd, 4th round?
I think he'll be 1 or 2.
Nah.
They'd be stupid to overlook him.
They will.
Well, whoever gets him, Jalen Hurts-esque right there, I bet. So
something like that. All right, let's and then with the college football playoff, how it all kind of shook out. That Saturday was a very interesting day. I was at a ugly sweater party or whatever bullshit, and I'm like, all right, Iowa State, Arizona State had a business. I said, all right, cool. And then we had, what was that second game? It wasn't Clemson, SMU, Alabama. Oh yeah, the second game, Alabama. Sorry, UGA and Texas, and UGA got Texas as number dogs. So they go back and they win that shit. I was like, all right, that was surprising. Clemson beats SMU, and Oregon beats Penn State, right? So I'm like, all right. When Clemson beat SMU, I was like, oh shit, something's about to happen. Because Alabama was initially supposed to be in. And we talked about resumes like it was last week or whatever, when we first saw the playoff schedule. Would you take SMU's resume or Alabama's resume this year?
Alabama.
And that's the problem. It's like they said, like, the way the playoff was, they said, like, you can't, because you're idle 1 week, that shouldn't cost you from not making the playoffs while there's championship weekends going on. But if you're in a championship game, that still matters a lot to them too. So I don't know. It was just either way. The way do you see the bracket?
Let me look and pull it up.
So I want you to know. Basically, I feel like some teams got like rewarded for being like not as good. Mm-hmm. Like Penn State got the easiest route to Like if they beat SMU, which they should, they play Boise State, with who they will beat, and you're looking at either looking at probably Georgia after that, right? And you'll probably lose to Georgia, but like to get all the way to like the Final Four, you got to beat SMU and Boise State, and you're the 6th seed. Whereas Oregon, they got to play the winner of Tennessee and Ohio State.
Why is Indiana in this shit?
Because they had a great year. But like the Oregon has to play Tennessee or Ohio State.
A bunch of cornfields? Is that what they did? They beat on high schoolers?
They went 11-1 or some shit like that, bro.
Who's the player on that team?
They're in the Big Ten. Remember that.
Here's my problem. Is there's everybody is coming into conferences and it doesn't make sense. When a West Coast team is playing in the central states and shit like that, I get it, it's more competitive, but this bracket would make more sense is if we did there used to be like 4 powerhouse conferences. It was the SEC.
There used to be 6 actually.
Yeah, there used to be 6, but like to make it fair, I would say however many wins or however many like top 10 teams are in that gets a bid for like the best one and or however they want to do it. But I think I mean Georgia has a shit ton of losses and they're where they're at. And I think Penn State has 1 loss and they're a no slouch of a team.
Georgia has how many losses?
Like 3 or 4, right? 3?
No, I think they lost. I think they have 2, maybe 1. Either way.
But regardless, the problem I have is there's no conference aligning anymore. They need to just draw, a line down the center of the country and be like, you're on the east side, you're on the west side, and we go from there. Or carve it up another one in east, west, whatever it is. And those
AFC East, South, yeah, that's what they're going to do, bro. That's why they're starting to make these conferences. It's about to be SEC East, SEC West, SEC North, SEC South. And it's going to be Big Ten East, and it's going to be just like the NFL.
It's got to be. This is stupid because you're killing great conferences like the Big East. Big East in basketball was so entertaining.
Bro, that was a time. You had to be
Even
there.
at that, in football, it was entertaining too. We got to see like Lamar Jackson. We got to see, or not Lamar Jackson, Teddy Bridgewater was there. We got to see, USF in its heydays and the run that they did. Rutgers had a good program there. There was
Seattle got all the Florida kids to come up there.
Yeah. So now you're killing all these. We
have Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, there's a lot of guys we got to see that were.
LaShawn McCoy. Damn, that was a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this being the first year that the 12, we knew it wasn't gonna be perfect.
No, it's not, and
you gotta put up with it, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right,
all the racists in Alabama, they're gonna be pissed. So let it be. Why put my boys there? I want to see them go.
I don't give pissed about nothing but the time, baby.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, let's see if they get it right. Because if we get a repeat of Texas Christian versus fucking what was it that we had to see, Georgia?
That was our fault. We let TCU beat us on New Year's Eve. I still remember watching that game at Flybar, RIP Flybar. Yeah. And I was like, bro, we can't stop this team. Quentin Johnson can't play football. I'm watching it now. Why are we getting burned like this all the time? Anyway, yeah, that was our fault. Because it was supposed to be Georgia versus Michigan. Instead, we fucked it up. Hey, I got TCU. Shit was rough. Shit was rough. All right. Let's get to the NFL. We did have some good games this week.
There was no other stuff you want to talk about?
I'll save them for basketball and after.
You want to talk about Juan Soto signing?
I'll save them.
All right.
I said we got to get the football.
All right, let's go.
We 30 minutes in. I'm trying to get the people what they want to hear. First of all, how your fantasy team finish this year?
What's that?
How your fantasy team finish this year?
One in the playoffs, but the guy in my division, like the whole other division, is a bunch of scrubs over there. And behind me, the next guy up has got I'm 5 wins above him, but the one guy that's above me in the division, I think he's got one more win than me. And the scum in the other league, of course, has to represent the other league with his 8 wins or 7 wins, whatever it is. And yeah, I'm in. I just got to play someone. I don't have a first round bye, but
3 leagues, 2 first round buys, 1 third seed. The third seed, I'm pissed off because it was a Baltimore Ravens versus the Eagles game, right? I'm so happy about the Eagles winning. I wasn't paying attention to the fantasy shit, right? Remember that last drive, Lamar Jackson had the 50-yard run and then threw a touchdown and then threw an extra point, the 2-point conversion to Isaiah Likely. Remember that drive? That drive single-handedly, like shit that did not need to happen, garbage time shit. That drive single-handedly dropped me from first place to third place. And I remain third place this week. So I got to play a game this weekend, which I don't like because the bye feeling. I'm just doing tactical shit for next week and the week after. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing while y'all beat yourselves up. I'm playing, chess and shit. I'm picking up defense y'all even realize that you don't need in 2 weeks. I'm fucking ready, locked in. You know what I'm saying? Locked in. The other league, I gotta fucking work. I'm like, fuck, I can't lose this week, dog. I can't lose this week. So it's stressful. But anyway, with that being said, there's games this weekend. I had 2. So one of my leagues, we have 1 individual defensive player. That's the only addition to.
Same.
Okay, that's the only addition, right?
But we do by position. We don't do a random. We get one position and it's locked in.
Yeah, I have Roquan Smith and I have Buda Baker, right? Roquan Smith was bye. Buda Baker, I had him start, right? I just want you to know he's the only other player that was an addition to this.
The other guy you should get to, if you had that, it's a Cowboy, but Eric Kendricks was doing some shit too.
Yeah, he does. I was watching the Bengals game. I was like, this dude's still out here doing this shit.
With his,
I haven't seen him in a while.
With his Ponzi scheme that he got away with.
Remember that when it was the Vikings, right? Like, bro, what the fuck is this shit, dog? But anyway, so Buda Baker had 25 points, right? That's the only addition to the. Guess what my total score was?
200.
250. I broke records on fantasy football. You know why? I had Josh Allen. I had Jordan Addison. I had Chuba Hubbard. I didn't even play Chuba Hubbard because I had David Montgomery and Zach Charbonnet. Zach Charbonnet went fucking ape shit. All this shit, I got scored 250. All right, 250. So I just went. Derrick Henry wasn't even. I don't have Derrick Henry on that team. I'm 250. So with that being said, I realized there were some good games this weekend because you can only get 250 if somebody doing some crazy shit. Do we have Buffalo and the Rams as one of our games?
No, we didn't have that.
How do we put that on the thing? Who would you pick?
I would have picked the Bills for sure.
I probably would have picked the Bills. I was like, hey, they're going all the way down to a warm place and it's so fine. Maybe I picked the Rams, but I'd probably pussy out and pick the Bills anyway. Well, if you watched anything from that game or you paid attention to the highlights and shit, him and Matthew Stafford put on a show. Show. 44 was like 44 to 46 or some shit like that, or 44 to 42. Josh Allen has 66 fantasy points in my league, bro. But people are saying that he improved his odds of MVP, even though he lost. What say you? Come on.
He lost. I'm not taking away from the guy's talent. I'm really not.
He's a superhero, dog.
He lost, though. Superheroes don't lose.
It's not his fault. You want to go play linebacker, safety? He'd probably be good at that shit too.
I mean, what's his face? Wide receiver would do it.
Yeah, he's not playing quarterback in another position.
Told him to, he probably do it. But
Travis Hunter would not. The quarterback got to be a quarterback,
kidding, bro. I'm just kidding, man.
Okay, I just want to know
from him. But what Saquon is doing to me is just very impressive. Plus, I also just hate the narrative that a quarterback has to win MVP. I fucking hate that. I really do.
Right.
Every time you turn on the TV, it's a Saquon Barkley highlight and how we are praising this man for getting out of jail and being in a good, well-run organization where he can thrive like we wanted to see from the get-go. And with Josh Allen, I'm not taking away from him. What he's doing is amazing, but it's like the same shit we see every year. It's just okay. Did a bunch of touchdowns.
All right. Did Mariano Rivera ever win an MVP?
No, but they don't
look possible.
Look at the closing pitcher.
It's impossible.
I think only 2 closers have won the Cy Young, though.
Think about it. That's hard to do. That's what Saquon is for the Eagles. He's a closer.
To make Matt, I remember this. I think Fernando Rodney with the Rays one year had an ERA of like 0.87.
Right, I thought it was the Mets.
No, he was with the Rays.
Oh, for that, yeah.
With the Mets or with the Rays, he had an ERA of like under 1, and he didn't even win the Cy Young. Like that's crazy for you to go in.
Was he like the black Cuban dude?
Dominican.
Was he black though?
Yeah, he's black. He'd always go like this after he won.
Okay, good.
I remember interviewed him after he beat the Yankees, and they're like, "Why do you do this arrow thing?" He's like, "Cause today I just kill a Yankee."
Yeah, that's my dog. Yeah.
But I hate the notion of when we have awards, we have to give it to the person we're expecting it to. If there's a player that's holding his own and doing what he needs to do at his position, his team is competitive, or if he's like off the like the NBA. The NBA, for example, is one that I like the MVP voting for because there's no.
It's positionless.
It's positionless and it's politicsless in it. To be honest with you, I've never been disappointed with an MVP. There's some that I'm like,
whoa.
Okay, this could have
not politics-ish.
I don't think it's not as bad as other sports. Like look at the
NBA.
When it comes to giving an MVP,
the National Basketball Association is not politics. Kobe Bryant has 1 MVP.
Okay.
LeBron only has 4.
I agree there. I agree, but at the same time, the guys who win it, I don't think we can argue. Except
they gave Mark Gasol a Defensive Player of the Year that LeBron should have won. And he was a second team on defense.
Except Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is the one that shouldn't have won MVP that sticks out in my head that year. Because LeBron said, okay, I'll take you out real quick.
Belt to ass. Belt to fuck. My bad, D Rose. You my dog.
So bad Derrick Rose converted to Islam. So that's how bad it is.
You my dog, D Rose. But it was belt to ass. LeBron, he said, I'm gonna take your move. I'm gonna take your belt to ass. It was beautiful. Oh God, I miss those days with LeBron.
I mean, I think now it's a little bit better because we're in those eras. It would have just been LeBron.
I don't agree.
I don't know. I think.
Did Nikola Jokic really deserve it last year over Shea Gilgeous-Alexander?
I think so.
OKC, you see that young ass team last year? He had the best record in the fucking West.
I agree, but the hardest thing to do in basketball is the triple-double. That is to have that stat line.
He didn't average a triple-double last year.
He didn't?
No.
And it was pretty damn close.
He was right. No, he just they're in love with him.
All right. I'm just saying. I'm saying out of all sports, I think that's the most like maybe baseball.
Baseball gets it right with Cy Young.
Okay. No, I don't think so.
With Cy Young, they're very on point with that. On point with it. That's what I think.
I think with MVP they do, and Cy Young, it's kind of like
MVP to an extent, but I feel like Cy Young. You look at the numbers like, oh yeah, of course, because they're very metrics based.
Yeah,
very metrics based.
But soccer is my one would have the most gripe with, like the Ballin d'Or. That one.
It does actually make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense to me too because there's favoritism there. Like, why is Messi in the shit every year? Dude's like
hey.
100 years
I
old.
agree with you.
No.
I agree with you, actually.
No. Trust me. Like I respect the man's game. I
But
really
it's overkill.
it is overkill, and it's like the point of look at what Ronaldo is doing in a more competitive league and still putting on a show, and then Messi's over here beating on like high school kids over here that are playing.
Stop.
I'm not taking
The
away from
league is getting better.
the league is not getting better.
The league
is not getting better. Nobody's saying, you know where I really want to go play?
Zlatan Ibrahimovic was like, you know what? I'm gonna slide on over here, baby.
Yeah, and what did he do? He dominated, and then what did he do right after that? Went back and played in Serie A for a competitive contract. Zlatan is different. And then he even called out Captain America. He said, "You're Captain America. I don't care what you say. Own that shit. You're the best at your position. Do it. Act like that."
Yo, Zlatan, I like him, dog.
Man did a bicycle kick at 42 years old and fucking rocketed it in still. That dude can.
Shit, LeBron about to turn 40 doing yeah. No, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's get to some other games. I don't even know how did we get there?
Talking about Josh Allen being the MVP vote, like he's in the top two for me. It's Josh Allen and Saquon Barkley are my two. It has to be. It really has. Like they got to be neck and neck. Because I'm dead serious. When you put the TV on, you see a Saquon Barkley highlight every second.
Believe me, I watch every second of every fucking game. I know, but I stay out. I don't want my bias into it, so I'm staying out of it purposely.
No, talk your shit.
Whatever y'all say. Whatever y'all say.
Talk your shit. You got the best running back, and I'm happy he went there because you have the best running back. You have the best GM. Like
you know what's funny? So when I woke up this morning, my wife she showed me her Instagram. She said, "Look at this video. It's funny." It was Saquon. There was a video with Saquon and his girl and his kids, and she was like she was saying some shit about his girl. But I was like, look, he went to Penn State. Relax. But anyway,
Snow bunnies. Snow bunnies.
Yeah, I mean, basically. I mean, have you heard Saquon Barkley? Come on, so come on. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh. His kid, I was like showing him like his kids was like, oh, this when he got to the Eagles, his kid was like, oh my God, does that mean we're gonna be good now? His first day signing with the Eagles, she was already singing "Fly Eagles Fly," bruh. How did she know that song, bruh? How did she have already? She'd been singing that song at home because she goes to the game with Daddy, and she was like, yo, this song is catchy. And she knew this song already on his first day. She was like, I was like, yep, they a fan. Come on over. Bad Boy record. I mean, not Bad Boy, Death Row record. Bad Boy got a case. God. And now Rockefeller got a case. Oh, God.
Guilty of Edison's really coming into play now, huh?
We will get to it. We'll get to that later, too. Because I said we got a lot to get to. Fuck. Shit. Where was I? Either way, you were talking about Saquon. Let's just get the shit out the fucking way now so we can talk about the Eagles real quick. Because I personally, when shit going on like that with my team, I actually do not pay attention to anything because I don't want to be coerced by the media. So I know you, Mr. Beat Writer, I know you paid attention to shit. What are they saying about my team? Okay, because I actually don't even fully know the whole story. What did they say about my team?
I mean, what was said was Brandon Graham was interviewing and with a reporter in the locker room, and he just said like they don't have the same relationship that they did like a few years ago or whatever. And then they kept asking more questions, and I just think he misspoke on stuff. And immediately when the media gets a hold of something juicy, they want to
snip it.
Never once have I would have thought that those two aren't on the same page or one is disgruntled or anything like that. It's more of can A.J. Brown stay healthy or can Jalen Hurts stay healthy is what it is. And when they're both healthy, we know who the ball's going to.
Dynamic duo.
You know, of course, wide receivers are divas. He's going to get mad. I remember like a year or two ago, he got upset that the ball wasn't getting thrown at him. He voiced it. Next game, he had like 300 and something yards and 2 touchdowns.
I had him in fantasy.
Yeah, great. So like that shit gets settled, but like I don't think it's like to the point that he wants to Devontae Adams himself and go to the New York Jets or something like that. Because from there, where's he gonna go? Like he's in a sitting in a great spot right now. The only better place for him would be fucking with Mike Tomlin. That's the only thing. By the way, the new HBO show,
I'm going to watch that.
Bro.
It's not the Cardinals. It's not the Cowboys. It's not the Giants. This AFC North, my favorite division in the NFL. Oh, I'm gonna watch that shit.
Mike Tomlin is a G on that show.
Oh, I'm gonna watch that shit.
Tomlin is such a G on that show.
That's why he turned out this year. He was like, I'm about to be recorded. Let me show y'all who I am.
But it's being recorded as of like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, so it's not even beginning of the season.
No, it's picking, it's in season. It's an in season one for the whole NFC North.
Got it.
Or AFC North. And it's good. Like Mike Tomlin, that dude don't put up with no shit, man. And he talks to everybody like they the boys. And,
that's what makes you.
And he wears Skechers on top of that. Man,
that's what makes you. So, I was listening to very off topic.
And he likes what are the Fritos, the chili Fritos? He eats chili Fritos. I pay attention.
Oh, he like me. He just like me. So, I was watching the Club 520 podcast with Jeff Teague and them. And they were talking about like this generation of kids when it comes to like shoes. They don't give a fuck. They don't care about Jordans like our generation cared about Jordans. They don't care about foams like our generation. Like they'll go wear some, Skechers. They go wear these and that. So him wearing Skechers identifies with this era, like this era of kids. They just want to wear some black Air Forces and put on a ski mask and say they're YN. You know what I mean? Like.
Nah, this generation, when it comes to shoes, because I'm the resident shoe person.
You are, yeah.
This generation goes by what is in. They didn't get to see Michael Jordan play. They hear about Jordans, but they don't know about Michael Jordan like we do. When you put those shoes on, you felt different. You felt like you could fly. You felt like you had some type of basketball.
You felt like a basketball savant.
And if you weren't hooping in them, you had some kind of a fashion sense because the shoes all are. I mean, my closet, I'm looking at it right now, and it's Michael Jordan has taken my paychecks over the years. So that's what it is. Now people are watching players now, and they're going back. You remember when we would wear like cargos and like LeBrons and weird shit like that?
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards' shoe is the most popular.
I love his shoe.
It's a good shoe. It is.
I love his shoe.
I think they're going to fuck up when they make the second one. The first one is such a hit.
It's too much of a hit. Like, how do you, like, when you look at the ones, there was ways to improve on the ones. Even though the ones look great, you knew you could improve on that. These AE ones, he blew it out the park.
He did.
Like,
he did.
And that was the first time in a while. That was the first time in a while that I actually pulled up my phone. Like, I want to give me some of these. Like, I haven't done that. I did that for LeBron most recently. Before that was Kobe, and before that was T-Mac, and before that was Allen Iverson and then Jordan. In that order.
And I had all of those guys' first basketball shoes. I remember I had the T-Mac ones. I had the twos when they came out with the pleather. I had the answers, the questions.
I had Kobe on Adidas, baby.
I had Kobe on my first shoes were the Crazy Eights. Those are my first shoes.
Yeah.
Keychain and all. I had those. But even at that, like kids are seeing what basketball players, and even now they were never endorsing what do you call them? Influencers and rappers and stuff like that, except for 50 Cent. That was the only one that had a shoe that I can remember.
It was a Reebok.
Yeah, the G units.
The G units for Reebok.
Yeah, and then the S. Carters too. But now everybody's getting a deal. Adidas is smart because they collab with artists. Nike's like, if you're not an athlete, we don't endorse. That's the
Kanye West let y'all know. I just jumped over Jumpman, baby.
And then Pharrell went on over, and then Jerry Lorenzen went on over, and all these big name people are doing shit with Adidas because they're like, hey, fuck it, we know where the money's at. Nike
doesn't lie. I made a shift over to Adidas like 7 years ago. I used to have a lot of Jordans, and not even like I just stopped. Again, like I just gave them away because like a lot of them I got from my daddy. Simona. He passed out something to me, and that's when I like started I started caring about shoes again at that point. And I just had a lot of Jordan. I'm like, I started wearing Adidas. I'm like, yo, these are just so much more comfortable. This is so much more comfortable. And I'm like, I ain't balling right now. I'm just trying to casually walk around. I'm like, yo, these and they last longer. Like the material is better. Jordan will fuck up quickly.
The Jordans now they've gotten some right stuff, but as purists, some of the shit that they be doing, I'm like, what the fuck are you thinking here? But anyways, let's get off the shoe topic, and I understand where you're going with that. Like anybody now, it's about money. Who's going to endorse me and how much they're like. Joel Embiid wears Skechers. Julius Randle wears Skechers. So I miss him on the Knicks, but I ain't want no motherfucker wearing Skechers on the Knicks. So fuck.
All right. Shit, I don't even know how we got to that topic.
You said the Jeff Teague podcast.
Wow, is that? Oh yeah, but what? Oh, we talk about Mike Tomlin wearing the Skechers. Okay, we're right back. Coming right back. I just want to get through some games real quick. Green Bay, Detroit with Thursday Night Football.
Put up a fight.
You picked Detroit. I picked Green Bay.
No, you picked Detroit too.
I did?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah.
I was nervous because I was like,
fucking Dan Campbell took a page out of his book last year with a big dick energy. And
is this shit gonna work in the Super Bowl, bro?
I think when you're that in the Super Bowl, no, I think he learned his lesson. But when you're that high in the division,
Pete Carroll knew he should have ran the football. He was like, "Let me get cute." No, bitch, this is the Super Bowl. Don't get cute. Atlanta was up 28-3. Let me get cute with these play calls. No, dummy. Go win the football game. That's my fear with Dan Campbell. Like,
I don't think when it comes to playoffs, I think he'll be different.
Because that's his identity. I will say, Nick Sirianni, ever since he shaved his head and came back and just was the new guy, he's been a lot more fucking normal as a coach. Like, remember, like I said, I can't stand him. Now I can put up with him again because he ain't doing cute shit.
He looks like American History X is what he looks like now.
It's not enough, sister. If that's what he want to rap, that movie was a little weird to me. When I used to have Direct TV, and like we had some of the movie channels, and I saw that shit come on. I was like, oh God, what the fuck is this?
Curb stomping motherfuckers left and right.
I was like, this is bad. I'm not ready for none of that shit. But nah, I don't know since that. So look, Dan Campbell, I love the guy. He's got cojones. But he's got to be like Nick Sirianni's figured out. Maybe I should just hand the ball off to my running back. Oh my God! Oh my God! To the point in which now AJ Brown is now passing. Passing.
But the Eagles realized that in the second at the half every time. That's when they realized.
All the time.
Did you forget that we had?
Hey, y'all want to make easy money on the Eagles? Bet them at the end of the first quarter all the time. They're always going to be plus 105 or plus 130. Go ahead and hit that money line. Boom. And you know the Eagles, and then pick spreads too. And you're like, oh yeah, the Eagles will do that. Tease that bitch. Anyway. Green Bay, I still think they are legit though. So at the end of the day, they are, it's like the Vikings and Green Bay, they're so fucking good. But they're just not as good as Detroit. It's like they are the three to be like the NFC, like Chicago, you know, like the dragon meme where it's like the 3 healthy dragons or the 2 healthy dragons, and you got the little funky looking one. The fucking Bears look, the Bears look funky right now. They already fired their coach. They got the quarterback in Chicago painting his nails. He don't know what the fuck going on. They got all these receivers. It's a shit show in Chicago, as it has been for some time now, especially at the quarterback position. But now they have a guy. Now they need to go get a guy to go take him to the promised land. But anyway, that division is strong as hell, dog. So it's like they're so razor thin. Like some days, Jordan Addison and Sam Darnold, they look like the best duo we ever seen. Some days, Jordan Love is cooking like Aaron Rodgers used to cook. he out there just slinging the bitch, just cooking, right? But then at the end of the day, you got Darren Campbell, Amara St. Brown, Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery, Jameson Williams, all led by the leader himself, Dan Campbell. It's like that team is fucking. They legit. They legit. If who do you got a better chance to make the Super Bowl? Out of those three, but like taking all bias, just blind reveal. Take out the coach and the colors of the team. Just look at their resumes.
What are the three teams?
Between those, the Lions, the Packers, and the Vikings. Like, is it just clearly the Lions, or can we make a case?
I would say clearly the Lions.
We can't make a case for the Green Bay. We can't make a case for the Vikings. You know, when they hit, it's like, damn.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that you said they were gonna not be that good this year. I was like,
oh yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah, I was like, they're gonna be fine.
They're wrong.
And I hope Sam Darnold gets paid by somebody, man. Don't come back over here, bro. I don't want to ruin your career anymore.
The Giants.
Don't go there either, man. Stay the fuck away from them too. But I would say Detroit. They're, I think when you look at the roster construction, I like it the best of the three. When we look at Green Bay, there's no top dog receiver. Like I said, every week somebody's eating. There's always somebody, but Josh Jacobs is proving me wrong. I was like, why'd you get rid of Aaron Jones? I completely understand why.
Oh yeah. That was a conversation, yeah.
But Aaron Jones is doing his thing too. Like he's still
not as good as Jacobs, but he is doing his thing.
Not as good, but like he's still like performing. Yeah. He's not a bust over there or anything. And then for the Vikings, I didn't think they had that good of a defense, but apparently have some kind of a defense over there. I had no idea. Justin Jefferson, of course, I know he's good. Jordan Addison, like there's days that he's there, and there's some days.
Where did he go to college the second time?
USC.
So, and you know how you feel about your boys.
I felt like the Vikings offense I would be more safe with than the Packers offense, though. So if I had to do this, I would say Detroit, the Vikings, and then Green Bay in that order.
I can agree with that. I will say I'm a little bit like, I look at the Vikings, I'm like, bro, they can be so good, and then sometimes they can be so, what are y'all doing? And it's like, is it Sam Darnold? Maybe he's just, at the end of the day, he's still Sam Darnold. But like, I've seen Jared Goff kind of remove that label from him. Like, everybody was like, oh, Jared Goff is doing Jared Goff. He got to the Super Bowl, he Jared Goff. And then the Rams were like, yeah, we good, baby. Y'all can have him and a first. We'll take that guy. And it won the Super Bowl. So, like, you're kind of waiting for Jared Goff to kind of, there goes Jared Goff again. But, like, you look at the NFC North, the NFC North, it's all a bunch of misfit toys, dog. Jared Goff was not supposed to be there. Trey Darnold was not supposed to be there. Jordan Love was being cock-blocked for years. 4 years. And they had to kick out Aaron Rodgers. He's like, finally, instant success. Like, God, it's like so quick. And they got Mr. Peyton Dale's #1 pick. They struggling. The NFC North is different, dog. The NFC North is about grit, grind, and all that shit. But all right, what other games kind of stood out? We brushed up on Atlanta, Minnesota a little bit. Kirk Cousins. Let's take it from the Atlanta side. What's good with your cousin, dog?
And my cousin, man.
Is it time? Are we ready for it? Because they're trying to get a playoff spot.
No, they paid him a lot of money. He's fine.
Well, we also drafted somebody 8th. Are we putting him in a fire?
No, bro, he ain't playing. Stop this bullshit.
Come on.
It's not happening. It'd be stupid if they did. Another dumb organization then. Kirk Cousins, just there's days he be hitting and there's days he don't be hitting. Like it is what it is. Right.
What would happen if Kirk Cousins got a concussion? Michael Penix had to come into the game, finish out the game, they get a dub. 21-18, right? And then the next week, you're like, let's try him out to see how he's doing. Maybe Sam Darnold, not Sam Darnold, maybe Kirk Cousins is not all the way healed from the concussion. Michael Penix comes out the next week, he wins again. But the score is like 20-14. But Won again. That's 2 in a row. 2 in a row. You gonna pull him from the lineup and put Kirk Cousins back in, or you gonna write that shit out?
All I'm gonna say is Kirk Cousins has the best agent in the world, so he's gonna leave with some guaranteed money if they cut his ass. So I ain't.
Because guess what I just described to you was Tom Brady. Tom Brady was like, "Yeah, I come in, hand off the football, throw a little bit." Next thing you know, he got a fucking Super Bowl, bro. Sometimes you don't know what you got until you got it, bro. We had Carson Wentz. He fell and tore his ACL. We had Nick Foles just waiting there. We didn't fucking know. We had no idea. Then we drafted Jalen Hurts while we still had Carson Wentz. But we were like, we got to just see what we have. Yeah, we didn't fucking know. He got us to a Super Bowl again.
But we knew we knew Jalen Hurts was going to be good. We were like,
we didn't know it was going to be like this. Come on, bro. He had to move from Alabama to Oklahoma because he had to work on his passing. He showed out when he was in Oklahoma, but like when he was in Alabama, he looked like
because Saban took the gamble and went with Tua because he got them into the playoffs. So, and he wanted to start, and Saban told him, as a man, you're going to be the board clip holder here, and he wanted his opportunity to show what he can do. So I'm not mad at him for that. But
and he showed out with Oklahoma, but that to me, that's Lincoln Riley Lincoln Riley is a dog. So, all right, hey, offensive head coaching, he's a dog, bro. I'm sorry, this was the Miles Morris kid was not good. Whatever, Sam Morris, whatever his name is.
No, but I don't think Atlanta pulls the trigger on Penix. I think you're stupid to throw a rookie in there and let him do. Like, they need to sit. They need to sit, and I just think that's the smart thing.
He's an old rookie too. Bo Nix is old. He's handling this shit like it's easy.
Yeah, but he got thrown to the wolves. These idiots went and got a quarterback and paid him a lot of money. So it's poor management on that. And if they decide to cut him or trade him, whatever, like, what are we doing here? I don't want to sit here and talk about something that's not going to happen, though. So let's
all right. I gave you the scenario of a concussion. That could happen.
Could. I don't think he's Tom Brady, though.
Hey, I guess we'll never know. The NFC West.
Chargers and KC?
No, NFC West. Seattle, Arizona.
Arizona?
As of right now, Seattle is the best team in the West. And it might remain that way the rest of the year, the way the shit's shaping up. Arizona.
The Rams say, hold up.
And that's the thing. The Rams can very well be like, so you, a wide open. I mean, 49ers can still technically do something, but a pretty wide open division. Who do you think rises to the top from that division? Who do you think is the head honcho?
I'm hoping Seattle.
Hope. I didn't ask Hope. I said, who do you think?
I think Seattle is. I think they're the strength of schedule and what they got to do. I think they are the favorite. That's who I'm picking. But I'm not sleeping on Sean McVay. And I'm saying this now. I think we kind of been talking about it, but something in San Fran is not smelling too good lately.
I'm trying to tell y'all shit for the summer. I said good paper, bro. Debo is already not trying to be there.
Debo's latest comments, I was like, oh shit. They're like, how come
do you not remember he was already asking for a trade 3 years ago?
Yeah.
When it's like you're about to break up with your girl and you talk yourself out of it, but at the back of your mind, you've already fucking thought it through. So you was already ready to leave anyway. You was already out the door anyway. He's already out the door. The homeboy that got hurt with the ACL, he demanded, got the contract. His homeboy got shot in the chest. George Kittle, I think he's just too happy to see what's going on. Trent Williams is old. He only came back because Ricky Crisall got shot in the chest. He was going through contract negotiations too. He said, but when he got shot, that's when he decided to come back. So like they're all hanging on by a thread as it is. And your best player has he scored a touchdown this year? McCaffrey? He's played 3-4 games and he is out again. It's like you're looking at this team, and now what's on the horizon? Brock Purdy, baby. The Cam Newton called him a game manager last year. They called him crazy. I agree with Cam. Y'all call me crazy. What the hell is Brock Purdy? He a game manager, but now he's on a contract year, and they ain't got bread. So they probably looking at their quarterback like, you ain't even worth all this money. And somebody got to get kicked out. Like, to me, that shit was not smelling right for the jump. But I will say the vibe with the Rams, it smells good. The vibe with the Seahawks smells good. But the Seahawks, I mean, they 8-5. They've won 4 in a row. Rams 7-6. They've won 2 in a row. Oh, my God. And the Cardinals to me are on their way out. It's going to be a tight race. I would hope for the Seahawks as well, because I think we have an affinity for Geno Smith. He's trying to write him off. he right back, and I think that's kind of stuck with us. So I think we're kind of on that same page with all that. With the Rams, they're finally healthy. It's like Puka. You watch Puka, you watch Cooper, you watch Van Jefferson, Will Dissly. Puka looks like he's TJ, who's your mama, dog? He's like, I am one of them. I am one of the best receivers in the league. Y'all talking about Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, cool. On the West Coast, remember with the Rams when he was with St. Louis, Torrey Holt every year would just ball, and it was kind of quiet for some reason. Like he was, you don't realize
Isaac Bruce
too. And then you look at the Hall of Fame, you're like, God, look at the stats. You're like, oh shit. That's why he's supposed to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, that's why everybody's like, y'all don't remember Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce. Like, it's the same shit going on right now. I think Puka, shit. If he could just stay healthy, he can fuck some shit up, though. And like Matthew Stafford is like, I'm going to throw you the football 15 times. Be ready. And you got good running backs. You got Blake Corum, go blue. Got Kyron Williams. You got a chance. And out of those two, who would you think would be more? You would be like more fearful of if you're a top tier team. Like, I ain't trying to really deal with either with this team or that team. Who would you be more fearful of?
Was it the Seahawks or the Rams?
Yeah, if you like a Eagles or you're like a Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay.
The Rams for sure. They've won a.
We already whooped the Rams, so no, but
they won a Super Bowl though. They've won a Super Bowl. Sean McVay knows how to get there. He's no slouch to this, and people want to play for him. It may be fucked them picks, but they know how to put together a team.
But now their picks is what got them all these players. Jared Verse was a pick. Puka was the pick. Blake Corum was a pick. Like, I don't know, but sometimes you just know how to run an organization, and sometimes you don't really care about the picks, and sometimes you value the picks. That's just how you run your shit. All right, let's get to these pickups this week. Because there's a lot of games we could talk about, but I want to.
Patty in Dallas.
I don't know. You saw my tweet. I said, laugh my ass off, Dallas, because when he fumbled the punt, I was like, sounds like the Dallas fucking Cowboys. And, like, it's not even fun anymore. It's like, y'all just suck. It used to be fun to cheer against them. Now I'm just like, pathetic. Like, y'all are pathetic talk. Y'all finding ways to be the bad news bears now.
Y'all got inactive Zeke every week, man. I love it.
Oh, and then what made it worse? Michael Parsons' fucking facial reaction that he just pissy-footed off the field, just walked like, oh, I'm so sad. Oh, I'm so mad. And I'm seeing these memes and shit. Oh, he about to go walk and do a podcast. He about to walk straight to the podcast. Like, oh, I'm so mad. Turn on the camera. Hey, man, let me just tell you what just happened in this game. But nah, the Cowboys, they're a funny organization. They gonna bring back Mike McCarthy, like I think. You know, they gonna bring back Cooper Rush and Dak Prescott like they do every year. Jerry Jones is like James, but he likes consistency. He likes he 84, 83 old, bro. He been doing this shit for this long. This is how I want it. I'm too old for y'all to tell me what the fuck to do. I'm worth $7-8 million. Leave me the fuck alone, all right? So, to his credit, hey, good luck. Get well soon. I mean, outside of that game, what is to talk about? I don't want to talk about the Chiefs because I'm like double doink. Like, okay, cool, but y'all just go do what y'all do. That's cool, bro. So
All
I don't
right,
want to talk.
let's go to Pick'ems.
All right. Apparently, A-Rod beat my ass in Pick'ems, so I'm gonna have to try to make some moves here. But I got 5 pretty good games, addressing a lot of teams that we're talking about. And second to last one, I do want to talk about Tampa Bay because I don't think we haven't really spoken about them a little bit. But Rams, Thursday Night Football, we got the LA Rams are the underdog at plus 130 on the money line at San Francisco. Where's your disco? I left my heart in San Francisco. Minus 155, San Francisco 49ers, the home team hosting the aforementioned LA Rams. Talk to me.
Give me the Rams. 49ers are cooked, man.
Man.
They're down to they got Iggy, what's his face, Asaquanda for whatever.
The Jets.
Yeah, they got him and some bum that decided to show up and play last week. And it's been like that with them. They get a running back.
They've been doing this for years. I ain't concerned. I think they have hope. I gotta pick San Fran, dog. I gotta pick Brock Parody. I don't know why. I think they favored it for a reason. I gotta pick San Fran, dog. All right, next game. Miami Dolphins trying to make a late push for the playoffs. They hot. They feeling good. No offense to you.
Why me? I don't give a fuck.
Your boy Jonnu Smith got the game with a touchdown.
I don't give a fuck about that team.
Aaron Rodgers finally threw for 300 yards. So what, bitch?
Give a fuck.
Shut up, bitch.
Shut up, bitch.
Anyway, Miami's making a push. Houston, the game is at Houston. They're Miami's plus 125. Houston minus 150 at Houston. Houston has been a weird situation this year. Don't really know how to explain them to a casual fan. Oh, the way we were talking about Houston last year, CJ Stroud. Oh my God, they're about to take over the league. They're right. They're 8-5 right now. You know, they're at the top of the week, AFC South, of course. But they ain't done shit. You know, they lost to the Titans. But they're home and they're hosting the desperate Miami Dolphins. And there's no snow.
Give me Houston.
Why do I want to pick the Dolphins so bad? Why do I want to pick the Dolphins so bad? Only reason why I'm picking Houston is because Miami went to overtime and Houston is coming off of a bye week. So they chilling where Miami is still stressed. I think Houston take care of business at home. All right, next we got Buffalo. This might be the game of the week again. Buffalo plus 120 at the Detroit Lions in the Dome. This game is about to be off the heezy for fucking sheezy. I hope that's a Tony Romo game. That's got to be a Tony Romo game. When Tony Romo called the game, you know he about to get a good one. Tony Romo, I think this is a Tony Romo game. Buffalo at Detroit. Buffalo is the underdog. Who you got?
You're my man, Dan.
I'll go with Buffalo. I got to ruffle some feathers a little bit. Buffalo just lost a heartbreaker to the Rams. I think Josh Allen, you think he's superhero now? He about to go, my power levels 9,000, baby. He about to go Dragon Ball Z on these motherfuckers. Give me Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. All right. Hadouken. Hadouken. All right, let me Kamaya. All right. This next game, we don't talk about the Tampa Bay Bucks enough. They are a local team, so I got to give them a little bit of love. So Tampa Bay is underdog traveling to the Chargers, right? Chargers at home, minus 150. Tampa Bay, they're now back at the top of the division. They're 7-6. They've won 3 games in a row. What's even more critical, because I always like to look at point differential as a stat to me, because that just really shows are you just barely winning, or you put belt to ass? Their point differential is a plus 54, which is Atlanta is minus 55, New Orleans is minus 2, Carolina is minus 155. But anyway, plus 54 Bucks, which is higher than plus 19 Seahawks. All the teams in the West, they're like fifth in win differential. Philly, the Lions 183. God damn, the Lions is number 1, Philly number 2, Commanders number 4, Vikings number 3. Anyway, I think we gotta give a little bit of love to the Bucks. Am I wrong to give love to them, or are you seeing what I'm seeing with them? Because they seem like a resilient bunch.
No, they are. They're remember, like I said, excuse me, the NFC South, it's a foam noodle fight, man. It literally is a foam noodle fight. So it's one of the most boring divisions to me, but like they're scrappy. They're still scrappy. They still contend. Someone's got to win.
And you know what about the Bucks? It'd be nice if the Jets had a coach like the Bucks had. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh wait, no, y'all had
Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
Get out of here. Y'all had top bowls. Look what good coaches done for that team. Anyway, who you got, man? Tampa Bay or the Chargers?
I'm going with the Chargers. Tampa Bay doesn't have Winfield out for a while. That's going to be hell in the secondary. Oh, I do. They don't have a secondary. and Justin Herbert is finally throwing the ball now.
To be honest with you, if this game was in Tampa, I'd take Tampa Bay in a heartbeat. But I still want to take Tampa Bay, but I love what Harbaugh has done with that Chargers organization. I think just like Mike Tomlin trying to prove himself with the Steelers, like, yo, I'm fucking good. You know what I'm saying? I think Harbaugh wants to come back to the NFL and prove I've been that guy. I just took a little break. I took a little detour, but y'all remember I was just in the Super Bowl, stupid. So I think he wants to. I think he takes this personally. I'm gonna pick the Chargers on that one as well. Green Bay minus 150 at the Seattle Seahawks. Another fantastic football game, given the implications that we have here. Green Bay at Seattle. You writing checks? You writing back, or you gonna go with the go pack go?
Give me Geno. I love me some Geno Smith, man.
I'm taking Green Bay. I always like teams that I know that are very good. Coming off of like a tough loss, I feel like they got to like prove something. So I feel like Seattle got to prove something here. And this next game,
Gonna do 6 games?
No, it's not going to be something that we're recording. I just want your opinion on the game, on the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Give me your honest opinion, because you know how we feel about these. How I feel about the Eagles, but how we both feel about Mike Tomlin and shit. I already had to go with this with the Ravens. Like, I'm an AFC North fan. I love the AFC North. Joe Burrow, got to see him this year, beat his ass. Lamar Jackson had to see him this year, beat his ass too. Now we got Mike Tomlin and Russell Wilson. What do you think? All the controversy we're dealing with too, shit. So I don't know.
I'll be watching. So,
yeah, what you think though? Be honest.
It's gonna be a good game, man. Battle for Philadelphia or for Pennsylvania. I mean, Mikey T. The only thing that I don't like about this is the wide receiver Pickens is going to be out most likely. So fantasy purpose, Pickens, and he's been riding that way. You probably going to miss.
It wouldn't matter because Quintana Bay, Quinion Mitchell, who still are not giving him his love.
The fuck up with this already, okay? Like, I gave him his love. I said you can go back and listen. I just said in the beginning he was fucking up. He was fucking up in the beginning, and you can't.
I don't know about that either.
Whatever. Anyways, it's gonna be a good game. I think from what I see on Hard Knocks with the way Tomlin prepares his team, and What the Eagles do too, man. Like it's gonna be really good. I don't think it'll be a blow. I think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be punch for punch, blow for blow. I'm still gonna rock with the Eagles, but I wouldn't be surprised if Mikey T sneaks one out.
I'm picking the Steelers to win this game. I feel like we need a correction right now because of all the bullshit that's going on. We need to bond together about something. And either we win a very close, tight-knit game where it's like a game-winning field goal, or Pittsburgh just Najee Harris just goes crazy on this. We can't stop Jalen Warren out of the backfield from passing in the passing game. Pat Frymuth is just beating their ass. Calvin also does some crazy shit. Mike Williams, who everyone's forgetting about, does something. Like, I feel like it's going to be one or the other. We just get our ass beat or we squeak one out. But I feel like this is where we need to bond together. And I'm hoping that we can just win this shit by the skin of our teeth. And I got the score 25-22. I don't like to predict against my team, but I'm just telling you right now, 25-22, fly, Eagles fly. But Pittsburgh might win the game, so I'm hedging my bet. But anyway, all right. I'm done with the NFL. There's stories and shit, player-wise. I look at, you kind of talk about, like, awards and all this shit, and I don't know, but I'm getting out of the NFL. You heard about Tua?
No.
He got security at the crib now. He said he wished somebody would try to rob him because Joe Burrow got robbed during Monday Night Football. Tua's like, Tua be spicy lately. He got his hair colored and shit. He tatted up. He said, I wish somebody would come to my crib. He been away from Mom Dukes and Papa Bear for a little bit. Now he acted like he's from Miami now. I'm like, I won't in. But no, let me get to some NBA shit. So, what are y'all? Did y'all come? Y'all wait yet? Y'all come back?
Trae Young is our kryptonite, bro.
Bro, he did it again, didn't he?
Beat us. We're out of the.
Oh yeah, 108-100. Dog, Trae Young or Reggie Miller, dog.
Same thing. I was just about to say that.
Those two motherfuckers, dog, they love New York. When I saw the game was in New York, I said, I don't know who I'm gonna pick to win this game, but Trae Young about to go crazy.
Tell you what, against Trae Young against the Knicks anymore. That man owns us. He does.
Shit, man.
Fuck him though. Fuck Trae Young.
All right, but on a positive note, Mr. Knicks fan, you be honest. You liking what you seeing from Big Purr?
Yeah, I'm liking it, man. He looks more mature. I still think he's a boring big man that we don't romanticize as much. We try to stick to the guys that we know. But I like it. I like it. It's working. And people are really disgruntled about what's his face, Mikal Bridges, and I'm like, what do you want? 4 superstars on a team, 5 superstars on a team? We're not the fucking like Showtime Lakers, man. Like he's doing his job. He can't leave.
He's been playing a lot better as of late too.
Yeah, so I'm sick of like New York critics are the worst because they demand like perfection for an organization that just can't get shit right for a while. And when they start getting shit right, they think we're Willis Reed and Clyde Frazier and Dave DeBusschere. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. He's doing his job and he's doing a good job of it.
Yeah, y'all currently sitting at 4th in the East, way ahead of the Sixers. 7-15, but the Cleveland Cavaliers are holding strong at that 1 seed. Your boy Evan Mobley.
Let's talk about Milwaukee. Let's talk about Milwaukee.
Talk to me. They've turned it around a little bit. 8-2 in the last 10. They take this cup game very seriously because Darvin Ham apparently has never lost a cup game in his life. So LA Lakers and now Milwaukee, he must be coaching his ass off for the young bulls on the team. But what do you want to talk to me about Milwaukee?
I just said I think they'll get it right. I don't think that they were a slouch or anything like that. I just think it was slow beginning, and then you have to see what you have as far as talent, and you'll get there. And I think the Giannis and the Dame relationship, I think it can work. Now, do they need pieces? I still think they need a lot more pieces. They used to be what we always would praise them for, a defensive team with an elite scorer on it, or guys that could score around it, and they went to more of like a running gun, 3-point shooting team, which I don't think that's their identity. But with Glenn is
Glenn,
Glenn is Glenn is the definition of Moneyball. Glenn will win you games, but he won't win you championships anymore. So
Glenn, Glenn, listen, I'm looking at, all right, they've played better as of late. So, I mean, they lost to Boston. They looked better in that game, though. But they've beaten Brooklyn. Who can't beat Atlanta? They've beat Detroit. Washington, the worst team in the league.
dice on the Knicks logo. I fucking hate him so much.
Damn. I'm just saying, looking at their schedule, they ain't really beat nobody. You know what I'm saying, dog? And you got to show me. Because, like, I don't know if Dave is going to be healthy at the same time as Giannis. I don't know who their number 3 is because Chris Middleton is not that guy no more. He's coming back from injury now. But he's really not the number 3 that you need. I do hear Jimmy Butler is trying to be traded. If you can get Jimmy Butler in Milwaukee, okay, now we fucking talking. That's a team that can win the championship. Because you got a hard-nosed motherfucker with Giannis who love that shit. He's never had a Jimmy Butler teammate before. He had, what's his name? That's in Israel now.
Pat Bev.
Pat Bev, who's kind of crazy. But he's not as good as Jimmy Butler. Now you got somebody as, like, look what Jimmy Butler did for Joel Embiid. Turned them out. Pause. He turned them out. Look what, like, you know, everywhere he leaves a trail of flames. So to me, him in Milwaukee, now that's the guy. That to me would be the guy that can take them over the hump. But outside of that, they're not good enough to me to beat Boston. They're not. They probably can't beat Cleveland. Probably can't beat y'all. So I think they need to go get them a dog, and I think Jimmy Butler would be the perfect person for that team. For them to really, now we're talking, now we're cooking. But a team I do want to give shout out though is the Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. They lost Paolo Banchero like what 3 weeks ago, a month ago, and they were still balling. Now they lost Franz Wagner, and they still been kind of balling. A couple games against the Knicks aside, the Knicks was up like 50 last week, a week or two ago. But outside of that, they still very well coached team. They're very well coached, very resilient. Paolo should be coming back soon. Franz will be out for a little bit, but if Franz can hold it down while Paolo was out, Paolo is definitely going to be able to hold it down. So to me, at the end of the year, if they can just be healthy all at the same time, that's the team in like the East. I'm like I ain't trying to play them because they go every possession gonna be a grind, every fucking possession, and they got the talent to back it up. Like Jalen Suggs is a top 5 pick. Paolo and Franz were one in top 4, 5 or something like that. Like they got some dudes, bro. They got some dudes. So definitely want to give a shout out to Orlando on the NBA front. Now, moving to the West, kind of want to work my way from the bottom, pause to the top, right? Shut up, bro. The worst team in the league right now is the New Orleans Pelicans. No, second worst team, New Orleans Pelicans. Apparently, everybody's for sale. Brandon Ingram is like, look, come and get me. What do you think? If you had to predict, what do you think Brandon Ingram will end up? And what the hell are we gonna do with Zion Williamson? 2-part question.
I don't fucking know, man. Like I think Brandon Ingram is gonna go to a team that we don't even think of.
The Lakers.
That'd be so funny.
I'm coming home. I'm coming home.
That would be so funny if he went to the Lakers, but I don't know, man. They bore me. The Lakers really bore me. That team is atrocious. And as soon as they got D'Lo and kept him, I was like, what are they doing? Like LeBron is at this point playing daddy daycare over there. And
That
if
team is so God.
I don't know, man. Uh, it's a horrible roster construction. Brandon Ingram, I really don't know where he will land. It's going to be somewhere that we don't think of though.
Golden State.
Golden State is like on the radar to get a bunch of people.
They are active. Jimmy Butler being another one of them. No. They're bad though. The Pelicans need to like move their franchise out of there because like Zion, guess what? Wanted to be a Knick, of course, and now he's miserable in New Orleans. The pipe. I said it on the show. He's more Sean Kemp to me than Jordan, and they called me crazy. They called me a maniac. I just saw Sean Kemp Orlando Magic highlights. It looks the same. It looks the same.
I don't know where he's gonna land, but I'm seeing a lot of buzz with a lot of people lately, and that's wild for this early in the season. So
Yeah, and then, I mean, from a Lakers standpoint, from a Lake, my computer's being weird. From a Lakers standpoint, what's got to change? Because like it's like the vibes are just off. Like, what do you think they need?
it's the roster. They need a better roster. It's LeBron and AD, and sometimes Austin Reeves is there, but there's too many injuries for players that are just role players. Hachimura he's hot and cold. We thought he was going to be young, and
I like Hachimura.
I like Ruth too, but like, is he really the answer for you? Like, you couldn't get somebody better at the position. We thought he was wasting because we know that there's diamonds in the rough around the league just chilling on shit teams like um, Utah and the Wizards, just waiting to leave. And we thought Rui would have been that because there was a lot of potential, but he looks like a solid 9, 5, and 2 guy to me, man. That's what he looks like. But
I give him like 11 and a half, 12 points.
should be scoring more than that. And then Jared Vanderbilt, like, what the fuck is he doing on that team?
Sure.
Why did they gamble even to go get Gabe Vincent?
He's playing a little bit better. They can go get Cam Thomas from Brooklyn. That's what they need.
No, I would not get that kid either. I would not get that. Could you
I want the
imagine?
ball.
Yeah, exactly. He's in a team where he can do that because now Mikal Bridges is gone. He can just shoot out the gym all he wants.
Shoot, give me the ball.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a horrible roster construction. It's too many young guys that think that they know more or they just can't put the shit together. I don't like the roster. End the discussion. It's a really bad construction. When I gotta hear Max Christie's name, like it's like
A lot, dude. I'm like, damn. Look, I'm gonna be honest.
what the Lakers is we over fantasize on players that play with LeBron where he goes and they have one flashy game, just like homeboy that I said that has the hot
Taylor
system.
Horton Tucker.
Yeah, we're like, oh, Jalen Horton Tucker's gonna be the new guy. And
I
then,
thought so too. It got me. It got me too. I was like, here we go.
like I'm not taking anything away from Alex Caruso's game, but is he that good?
Yeah.
Is he that good? I don't think so. I think if he was back with the Lakers, he would be. And he was a white boy that looked like he had cancer that could dunk. And everyone was like, "Oh shit, that motherfucker was white. He could dunk. Yeah, he played with LeBron. We like
But
him."
his game ain't as saucy as Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves will sauce you up, hit you with the But Austin Reeves' game was smooth, bro.
And he'll do one of these too, and then you're like, "Oh shit, man, that motherfucker just put his hair back." Fuck.
Hey, they used to call Larry Bird. Fuck, I forgot his nickname. But he was a hit from French Lick, but he had another one. It was like some barnyard bullshit. Anyway, he used to Larry Bird is the most country motherfucker in the world. I read his book. I'm like, yo, this dude's from the Terre Haute. He's from the country, and he'll whoop ass and do the shit with the hair too. Like he'll call. They said when he went in the locker room that one time, he said, "Which one of y'all is coming in second place?" Apparently, he said, "Which one of y'all N-words is coming in second place?" That's the real story. And guess what? Nobody said nothing because they were like, if anybody could say it, it was Larry Bird. Larry Bird was like that dude. And he was just random ass country bumpkin. I'm telling you, Austin Reeves' game was saucy. He ain't Larry Bird. I'm just saying. He's just saucy. And then Blake just got a lot of heart, bro. You know, I said Blake. I'm talking about Steve Blake. Oh, what's his name?
Alex Caruso.
Same guy, same though, both of them.
I think that was a perfect player for LeBron. He could see that there was potential there, and he was coachable. Why they decided to, well, the Bulls paid too much for him, in my opinion. So go do what you got to do, man. But
okay, see, he's perfect for that locker room. He's like a vet. He's a young vet already.
Yeah, but it just shows you that, they can't get this shit right. They let too many players walk. They don't put together. What they had in the bubble was perfect, and letting those pieces go.
Stupid. I'll never understand that shit.
Like getting rid of Kentavious Caldwell-Pope was fucking dumb. Everywhere he goes, he's gold.
Championship. He brings the championship. It's like Robert Horry. He gonna do right for you. Just have him around. Just have him around.
Once he left Detroit, he knew. He was like, I'm good. I'm valued here because Detroit, they can't get shit right. So he went to the Lakers and he knew his role. Sit in the corner, shoot threes. Stay on the perimeter, shoot threes. Quick jump shots, layups if it's open. Do that.
Go to San Antonio. He was like, okay, Tim Duncan, you the guy. Tony Parker, you do this. I'm going to just stand out here over here in this wing. And I got y'all. I got y'all for about 5. Like, it's crazy what you can do with your career, like, when you just accept, like, a role. And to me, the best teams have the best role players because the role players accept their role. Like, you got to accept, like when LeBron was with his days with Miami and Cleveland, right? When he was just making it every year. Those teams were only as good as their role players to me because, like, Shane Battier accepted his role. Mike Miller accepted his role. Udonis Haslem accepted his role. Fast forward, Richard Hamilton, what's his name that cheats on everybody? Tristan Thompson accepted his role got accepted so much he got him $80 million. So Julius Augustus accepted his role. Timothy Mozgov accepted his role, got him 60 M's. It's like the best teams accept their roles, bro. Like that's what you do. If you understand that your role is to like, that's why I love about baseball. Dog. Like you first base, you play first base. Don't come out here trying to do pitch and shit. Don't come out here trying to be the catcher. You fucking play.
Unless you're the Padres.
You go play first base, all right? If I need you to switch infield, cool. I'll ask you to do that. Basketball.
That's the Padres type shit.
Basketball, D'Angelo Russell, like, I'm trying to be the star. Now he's going to learn. I ain't the star, bro. I ain't the star. It's like, I don't know, bro. It's just a weird dynamic that you have. But the Lakers are just weird. But, one last conversation before we move on to baseball real quick. If Nikola Jokic wins another MVP this year, it's a time to start having that conversation. This is just a yes or no. And you know the conversation about Nikola Jokic. Is it time if he just goes out and wins another one?
Maybe I stand corrected. Maybe it is flawed, but
exactly.
I mean, but it's hard to categorize all
now
this.
He's averaging a triple double.
He's not
now
the
he's averaging a triple double.
But he's dominant. He's just dominant in his position. And it's
Shaq has won MVP, and he was the most dominant at his position.
It was, but Michael Jordan was also that man. So
okay, from 1999 to 2005, Shaq was the most dominant basketball player in the league. One MVP. One. 3 Finals MVPs, cool, but 1 MVP. And I look at Jokic, political as fuck, because, yeah, he's been great. But if he wins it this year, that would be number 4. Are we serious here, dog? LeBron got 4, dog. Like, what are we doing? So, but if he wins a 4th, history books will say he's won 4 MVPs. He's averaging triple-double now. His team is, even though they're 7th in the West right now, He's the best shit smoking on that team. Like, is he one of the greatest players of all time?
I think he's one of the most dominant centers of all time.
Is he one of the greatest players of all time?
I wouldn't say greatest players of all time. I think when you do that, it all boils down to your accolades for everything. How many championships do you have? He has one championship.
People put Karl Malone up there. He got 0.
Karl Malone's a great basketball player. He's one of the greatest power forwards of all time.
And Jokic is probably one of the greatest centers of all time. And he's got a third, maybe a fourth MVP.
How many dominant centers are there in the NBA right now? Remember, we always talk about like
I agree.
There's not. Like when we were growing up, every team had a center.
Yeah, but maybe overvalue this. Were they that dominant though? Like,
even Luke Longley's boring ass was dominant at his position.
He was not dominant. Stop that.
He's locking down.
We're moving on for basketball. You cannot say Luke Longley was dominant. He's playing with Michael Jordan, dog. That's all it was. Dog.
I understand, but like they trusted him to go out there, give him what they needed to do,
and gave him his 9.5 rebounds.
Did his thing though. Did his thing. When you got fucking Dennis Rodman flying around, he could hang with the bigs.
Dennis Rodman knew his role. That's why he was that great. Scottie Pippen knew his role. That's why they were that good.
They all bought in. But I'm saying there's
coach.
Everybody had big men there, and everybody had a household name big man.
He earned 5 rings, all because he knows his role. Him in San Antonio. You want me to come shoot threes? I can do that shit all day.
Who's the big for the Toronto Raptors right now?
The big for the Raptors? I mean, Scotty Barnes is not necessarily big.
See, you're taking over.
If I got RJ Barrett and Scotty Barnes that started like at the 3 and the 4, basically.
Doesn't matter. I said the big, not what the fucking rest of the team is.
Who is the big?
Who cares? That's what the thing is. Like when I used to go in the 90s, I said, who was the big for the Charlotte Hornets?
Okay. At that time, who was the big for the Toronto Raptors? Hakeem Olajuwon?
No, it wasn't Hakeem.
Dikembe Mutombo. God rest his soul.
Camby. It was Marcus Camby.
Yeah, he was a rookie.
It was the second year the team was around.
All right. Who's the big after Shaq left? Who's the big on Orlando? Andrew DeClerc? Come on. Come on, man.
But I'm just saying that they had
before we got Dikembe, we had Matt Geiger.
Love
Matt Geiger.
Yeah, you had Matt Geiger. You had Tom McCullough.
We had Tom McCullough. Come on, man.
Yeah, you had Tyrone Hill. All these fucking clowns.
Come on, man. We say dominant centers, bro. Tyrone Hill's a power forward.
but I'm just saying, like, there's no really There's like maybe a handful in the league now. It's trying.
Always a handful. We just over-romanticized it before. That's my opinion. See, all right. Let's think of all the teams that was making it to the finals against Jordan. The Jazz did not have a dominant big. They had a power forward and a point guard. And Greg Ostertag. Come on, bro. Seattle. Sean Kemp, Gary Payton. Who was his big?
Irvin Johnson.
No, it was Detlef Schrempf. He dominant.
No, he was a small forward. He was not center.
Detlef Schrempf was a center.
A small forward.
Who about Detlef Schrempf was a center.
So Irvin Johnson was the center.
He came off the bench.
No, he didn't. He was a starting center.
Let's see. You might be right. But he was 6'10", dog.
So
he is listed. Yes, he is listed as a small power forward.
Who?
My bad. Detlef Schrempf, you were right.
The shooter.
Yeah, he was a shooter, but they had that one white boy that Robin was staring at.
You're thinking of Rick Smits
Smits, Indiana. That's what I was thinking of. Was he dominant? Nah, Rick Smits was not dominant.
Yes, he was a dominant center. They were big. They were huge. I don't mean like dominant like Shaq was or Hakeem.
We're using that word dominant very loosely because dominant. When I think dominant,
let me rephrase that. Everybody had a big. And everybody knew who the big was. And the big knew his role of what to do. Was to grab rebounds, score in the paint low, or block shots, depending on what your credibility was. Now, the big can do anything. The big shoots threes. The big takes the ball up the court. There's no traditional big man.
Who would you rather guard? Jokic or Patrick Ewing? Bro, come on, I ain't trying to deal with Jokic. Ewing, I got that. Bad knees, I'm good. Jokic, he might throw that three from back here. He might don't look past you. He might cross you up slowly and Euro step you to death. He'll take you to the post and beat your. I've seen him do. He's a 5-level scorer, dog.
Different breed of basketball now. It's a different breed of basketball.
Right. I ain't scared of Pat Ewing, dog. I'm sorry, dog. His little elbows and shit. I ain't scared of Pat Ewing. This game was weak, bro.
Pat Ewing is a dominant center, brother.
Weak. Most overrated NBA player of all time. I said it. I'm done. I'm moving on.
Go fuck home.
I'm moving on. All right. Let's not spend too much time on this. Go ahead. Talk about the Mets and talk about the winter meetings because a lot of shit has been going down. You are a resident, Mr. Baseball here. So go ahead. The floor is yours.
Enjoy them, Mets. Go pay that money. Go give them that money, Cohen. Cohen is sick of playing second fiddle to Big Bro in New York. So they went and got them a owner that wants to spend money. He wants to be the new George Steinbrenner. Go do it, bro. You can't put together a team, though. What you going to pitch with? Who's your pitching staff? You're going to rely on Soto and a cold Francisco Lindor until he decides to wake up before the postseason? What about the first baseman, Pete Alonso? What you going to do with him? You going to go sign him?
Is he out the door?
Huh?
Isn't he about to be out the door?
They're trying to bring him back, but he's going to request a lot of money. This is a lot of money. So what I'm trying to get at is, did I want Soto back? I absolutely did. I wanted him back, and I knew it was going to break the bank to get him. But right now, you know what? If we've got $760 million that we were going to offer him, and he wanted to take $5 million more, and now I'm reading because the security at Yankee Stadium had an altercation with him and his family, and Cashman didn't give him an owner or a suite for his family. Like,
I heard it's about the suite. That's what I heard.
That's some bullshit because I've been in those suites. I've sat in the Steinbrenner suite, and every one of those suites in Yankee Stadium has a player's name on it, and it's all retired Yankee players. And they give that to the vets that played for the team. And then the family, of course, they give them seats and shit like that too. But Judge doesn't even have that. Cole doesn't even. He's like, even CBC Sabathia didn't have that shit. So it's kind of, I don't know. To me, it just seems like he went for the money, and he went for $5 million more. So by all means, go for it. Do it. Pray for a good career. You're going to be playing there until you're 41 years old. Pray it doesn't happen some Albert Pujols type shit to you. But the Mets are notoriously famous for doing shit like this.
Your mic is going in and out.
They make big splashes like this. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's that?
They make big splashes like this and can't control it, i.e. Bobby Bonilla, i.e. Carlos Beltran. They do this shit all the time. So Cohen wants to swing that dick around, go do it. All I'm focused on now, because I don't care about this fucking team, I put the hat on just to, be funny, whatever. I'll wear a Mets hat, I don't care. It's not a Red Sox hat, I'll never do that. By the way, temp checks for Red Sox fans, because what are y'all doing? I mean, I want to know there. But
Gary, what was that? Crochet?
Yeah, Aaron Crochet. You traded away 2 big prospects to get him. Good for you. And you're scared to sign Corbin Barnes. I don't know why. Go do it. Go get Corbin Burns because he's good. But the thing that I'm worried about now with the Yankees is we have a shit ton of money to spend now. We've gotten rid of some contracts. We're not bringing Clay Holmes. You can take him to New York Mets too. You want to make?
They got him too, right?
Yeah, fuck him, bro. That guy cost us everything. Like towards the end of the season, it was so dominant in the beginning, and I think the closer is like the kicker in the NFL. When you're off, you're done. That's it.
It goes. When it goes, it goes.
But he wants to be a starter. He started out as a starter in New York, and we moved him to the bullpen. And, hey, have fun out there being a starter again. We'll tattoo your ass in the first 3 innings. I don't care. So here's the thing. We have a lot of money to spend, and we need to get the right players. One thing I'm a little bit upset with them about not doing is bringing back Gleyber Torres. I think that's a guy you need to bring back because he, towards the end of the season, we found out he's a leadoff hitter. Now, he's not your typical leadoff hitter that he's not fast like every other leadoff hitter is, but he gets on base and he hits home runs.
You might.
Is it my mic still? Shit, my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So find a way to bring back Gleyber Torres, even though I know we're gonna lose him to
He was scary in the postseason. Every time he was, I'm like, yeah, this dude.
he was up.
I do something.
He always hit in the leadoff spot, but he's gonna go to Seattle. Seattle's gonna get him, and they're gonna Robinson Cano us again. So we have a lot of money to spend. So we need to worry about third base. Jazz Chisholm held it down for us at third base. He'll probably be the starting second baseman now. I would like to have him at third base and train him to be at third base. And I know that sucks. We keep moving him around or put him in the outfield. But now we can look at guys like Arenado, Alex Bregman, try and bring some.
You looking at Arenado, I know that.
Yeah, but we're not in Arenado's trade clause. He has a no trade clause, and he put 6 teams on that list, and we weren't one of them. So we're going to have to pitch it to him why it's going to be good for him to come here. Ironically, all the West Coast teams are there in California except for the A's, but he wants to go back to California, it sounds like. We need to get another hitter because Stanton is streaky. I know he got hot at the end of the season, but same old shit with him.
He's always been like that.
Yeah. So Teoscar Hernandez would be nice, but I looked for him to sign back with the Dodgers. But there's a lot of things that have to be done with this team, and I just hope with the extra cash flow that we have now, getting rid of contracts of Anthony Rizzo, Alex Verdugo is expensible now. I like that get, but he didn't pan out. Stroman may be off the books too. We may move him. And try and get this Japanese pitcher too. That would be great.
Yeah. He's going to California.
He's not. He's open to going anywhere, he said.
Or Boston.
Boston's too scared to pull the trigger on anything. Ask our resident Boston fans that never come on the podcast anymore. So just kidding, guys. We love you. I know you have soccer. Vic, get well soon. He broke his leg. So
Jeez Louise, Papa Cheese.
Broke his leg.
Papa.
Yeah. You guys though, the Phillies, Alec Boehm is available.
Yeah, we trying to get him over to Seattle and go get some pitching.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do.
I don't know why you guys have a good pitching staff, I think, in my books. It's just not household names, but when they're on, they're on. So I mean the Phillies are gonna have together a stacked team again. It's just Alec Boehm isn't gonna be there most likely. And then as of what's been going on in baseball, Aaron Crochet traded, was it today or yes, today he was traded.
Yeah, either one.
Let's see who else. Blake Snell signed with the Dodgers. Who'd have thought that, right? The Rays made a move. They went and got Danny Jansen. Whoop-de-doo there.
That's a Rays pick. That's a Rays kind of move.
and of course, in true Rays fashion, 1-year contract. That's what you're going to get out of it.
Of course.
The Giants went and got Willie Adames, which I think is a great undervalued pick to put at shortstop. A player that
I've had him in fantasy like 3 or 4 years in a row. I like Willie.
That's a good team to go to. Who else is Jonathan India traded from the Reds to the Kansas City Royals? I feel bad for him. Who else? Jake Berger went to the Rangers. Evolve signed with the Rangers. Yeah, they traded to get him. There's the winter meetings are heating up. So this is the part of the season that I enjoy. What's the makeup of the land going to be? And the big question mark that I have is what's going on in San Diego. That's what I want to know because
you always so pressed about San Diego, dog. You love you love to hate the Padres.
Bro, I'm a fan of a lot of those players on that team. It's the organization that just ruffles my feathers. Them and the Blue Jays. How much better can
you always talk about that.
Not be good? The Blue Jays went and traded to go get Andrés Giménez from the Guardians, which I didn't know he was going to be available. But hey, now you got yourself a good second baseman there. But I don't get what these two teams do. They want to be competitive in their divisions. I get it. And every year they spend a lot of money, and they're linked to all these big name free agents, and I'm wondering where they're getting this money from. They don't got Dodgers pull, they don't got Yankees pull, they definitely don't got Cohen pull. But I want to see what they're going to do because they're linked to a lot of big name pitchers that are out there, and the Astros too. The Astros are going to have a new look next year. There's not going to be a Bregman probably. Kyle Tucker is rumored to be going to the Cubs. And yeah, and what's going to happen with Verlander? What's going to happen there?
I'm so impressed about Justin Verlander. He's old, dog.
Yeah.
He's an old man.
If I was Justin, I'd go back to the Tigers, call it a career, do it with a team that made the playoffs, and be the second fiddle there.
Yeah, you have a good, an enjoyable season because you're not tanking.
Yeah.
And, Scooble coming off of an award-winning year, like it's a good little vibe. Good little vibe to be around.
I think that would be smart for him, but I don't know if he wants to win or what he wants to do. But it's going to be a new look for the Astros. I don't think they're going to be the same old Astros with a lot of players that they're losing. And then the Twins. What are the Twins going to be doing? Because I hear a lot of players on that team are available too. And another team that I hear is very active is the Seattle Mariners. They're linked to everything.
Yeah, they're linked to everything. Every report, Seattle is trying to do this. Seattle's trying to do that. I'm like, as long as my dog Julio Rodriguez, that's my favorite player in the league. I just hope that he's happy. That's all I care about. Just make sure that he stays happy. It'll be good.
With the Mets, it's funny now because you just paid a guy all this money, and you have Lindor under contract, and I can't think of the makeup of the team now, but Pete Alonso is a free agent right now. You got to find a way to bring Pete back. I have a feeling that he's going to leave. If you have those three, then I think that's a scary trio to have.
Oh, of course, team. Yeah.
But the pitching, does Sean Manaea scare you?
No, but you also look forget. Well, I don't want to say forget pitching, but like you look at the five part like the Braves have, and it's like shit. Who about to be up at bat? Shit.
Max Fried. I forgot that we went and got Max Fried.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I like that pick.
Yeah, you did that. So, but like, look at the five part that comes to bat in Buffalo, in Atlanta. Who comes to bat for us? The Mets got to just keep up with the Joneses and fucking everybody set up to the plate. Got to be somebody like fuck. I can't. Like, look what we just witnessed in the World Series. They walked homeboy so that Freeman could go hit grand slam. Like, you have that kind of threat. Like, no matter where you pitch, it's like, well, shit, he about to do this. He about to do this. Like, for us, I always love. I'm like, are we going to Trey Turner? All right, cool. Or Kyle Schwarber. All right, cool. Then Trey Turner. All right, cool. You know what I mean? Like Bryce Harper. Okay, great. Oh shit, Castellanos. I'm like, okay, fantastic. Like, Alec Bohm. I always feel pretty comfortable.
People in baseball, and this is why I romanticize with it the most, is people got to know their roles when they go to these teams. Like if a team needs in a certain thing, you gotta understand your role and play it. Like nobody is going to leapfrog Aaron Judge. I don't care if Juan Soto is there. He had a great year, but Aaron Judge is the captain. He hit the most home runs. He had the most RBIs.
I mean, Jeter and A-Rod made it work.
They did.
Weird, but they made it work.
They made it work, and there's no reason that shouldn't have worked. He should still be there.
I mean, it was the same situation basically.
It was, but just in the outfield. And I'm not pissed about it. I was like upset about it for a day. Then I was like, really, he left for $5 million, and you want to say security and now the suite? That's just showing to me entitlement there now from him, and he's just.
He deserves the time, like a little bit of it. He does.
He does. How many World Series does he have, though?
I mean, he can only do so much because he's not the reason why they're not winning.
He's not, but he's been on a lot of good teams, and
he hasn't had those stretches like Aaron Judge has had, where he just colder than a bitch, cold as ice. You don't see that from Juan Soto.
No, you don't.
He's there.
Way to get on base.
And Juan Soto, he won one, right? With Washington, he was there when they won, right?
The year they traded Bryce Harper.
Yeah, so he knows. He's been there. He's trying to help a couple teams along the way.
He was the up and comer right then at the right time, and then he realized his worth and he left, and as he should have. I would have left too because that team wasn't putting anything together on a field, and then he went to the super stack Padres. And
your favorite team, the Padres.
It's not that I hate the Padres. It's just how much more do you need? Like every year, they get the bulk of the free agents.
But you can't say they ain't trying. They trying at least.
No. They try, but it's just like it's not working. At some point, you have to be. What's Einstein's definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. So they're doing the same thing. That's all they're doing. They get the best pitching. They go get the hottest pitch. Like I thought they were gonna get Crochet. I was like, if you get Crochet, this is Dylan Cease 2.0 all over again, man. Like, and then it's like the guy that you got the year before. Okay, he drops down one.
Drops off.
It's just an assembly line. Okay, we got a new one, and then they just drop off. And then you go get. They have great talent on that team. They go and they brought up Jackson Merrill. Guy was a shortstop. Then they put him in center field. Did great. You know, you had Fernando Tatis. And you told him, you're not going to be a shortstop. You're going to be in the outfield. If I was Fernando Tatis, I'd have been like, I'm going to be your shortstop. Okay? Yeah, I took PEDs. I liked it. But I'm your shortstop. So
I mean, he went on an 85-day trip home to Rikers. So
yeah.
If I tell you got to do something, bro, you're going to do something now, bitch. Sorry.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's going to happen this season. I'm always excited for baseball. I'm always excited for the winter meetings. I expect after this week a lot of movement is going to happen. I expect Bregman to be signed end of this week. He'll pick a team to go with. I really want Arenado. That's who I want, but I don't think he's going to come to us. I for some reason think that he's going to end up with a West Coast team. And the Angels, they've been very active before the winter meeting started. They didn't sign anybody that scared me, but they went and got some players that are better than the shit they have out there now. So maybe he goes there. Him and Trout dug it out.
I don't want to talk about Trout. I get sad now. I talk about Trout now.
I think he wants to win though, so I just don't know where he's gonna go. Because Boston's on his list, but what do you do with Devers? Where is Devers gonna go? Do you put him at first? Because I don't think he wants to play first. I don't think he wants to DH. I think he wants to be the third baseman. And as the right, he should, because he's the longest tenured player there now. So what do you do with Arenado, who's the best third baseman in baseball? With the glove, at least.
Just DH him, just figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know. And then my last thing before we wrap it up is people are undervaluing Paul Goldschmidt right now. Paul Goldschmidt is also leaving the Cardinals, and nobody is talking about that. So whatever team gets this guy, you're going to have a stud. Because let's not forget, he did win MVP a few years ago.
Just a couple years ago. That's why I drafted him in fantasy. And everybody was like, oh.
He had a down year. But it's not to age. It's just production. Like, you put two MVP caliber players on a team, like Goldschmidt probably at his time was the best first baseman, and I think he's still, in my books, a top 5 first baseman, and arguably the best fielding third baseman. And you put a bunch of kids around him. It's like, what the fuck am I doing here, man? It's like LeBron and AD. It's like LeBron and AD.
That's true. It's very true.
So
what was it, Lars Nootbaar?
Lars Nootbaar, fucking Gorman, and I couldn't even name it.
Yeah.
They're just a bunch of kids. So we realize now that the Cardinals are in an identity crisis. Oh, shit, we got 2 really good players that would like to win a World Series, but we're not really in the contention phases. And then you got Wilson Contreras. He's going to probably be out too. So
He's nice with it.
Yeah, he's a nice catcher.
He is nice with it.
Yeah, so baseball, lay of the land is going to look a lot different. All in baseball. This is why I like baseball the most, is because all your household big names, somebody's getting, and a lot of them are getting moved every year. So
I started having an NBA now, but that's neither here nor there.
No, NBA cry. They just cry, and I want to make a super team to be LeBron because I can't keep losing him. Fuck that.
Anyway, what would you like to let your naysayers know?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm wearing a Mets hat today. I'm fine. First thing everybody said, how you feeling? That's like $760 million richer. That's how I
I
feel.
don't lie. I'm a little just a little bit more jealous. If anything, I'm like, man, it's just, I don't need you like I don't need you down the street now, bitch. Come on, you was already there.
Let him go play for big little bro.
You was already at the evil empire. Now you in my division.
Let him go play for little bro, man. Like that's fine for me, man. I don't care, man. Yankees, I'm if anything, I'm paying attention to what they're doing. Cause Aaron Boone still don't like him, but I like his interview on MLB Network of him saying we're the Yankees, we're gonna get back into contention. We just gotta make the right moves, and not having Juan Soto is not good, but we'll get the right players in here because that's the Yankee way. And I was like, I like that. I like that a lot from him. So I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I ain't crying. I didn't buy a Soto jersey. I knew it was a rental most likely.
It was definitely a rental. I think everyone knew that.
And it paid dividends. I'll
It
give it
did, bro.
dividends.
Got you. Hey, wasn't allowed your first AL championship since what? 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
So Rays fans don't gotta hear we've been in the World Series more than the Yankees. Fuck you. You still never won one. So go shut up and play in Daddy's Stadium this year.
Damn, chill out, dog.
Rays
It's
fans
not,
are annoying,
it's not
bro.
their fault.
It's not their fault, but like, what have you won? You don't know championship baseball.
Bro, they're
Mike
babies, though.
Mike Pless said it best. Moneyball will win you games,
I said that shit.
championships. Mike Pless said that.
I said that before my plus.
Hey, I
I
get
watched the movie and I was like, yep, they taught me one thing, Oakland. Y'all ain't Oakland. Y'all good enough to be cute. Come on now. I don't need to be cute, dog. I just trying to win some rings and
what does he
things.
do? He gets on base. And when you get a Moneyball guy like that, he turns into Juan Soto, and you pay him $765 million.
I thought it was like 768, but who's counting? Who's counting?
Cohen isn't
What's,
that for sure. He's just like,
well, hey, I'm about to say, but what's a couple extra M's? To him, a couple extra M's is the difference between Bronx and Queens. That's how much the difference is. Uh, I just gotta give a shout out to Marcus Jordan. He moved off of Larsa Pippen, and now he's with Nicole Murphy, Eddie Murphy's ex-wife. I'm just saying, my dog got a type, dog. My dog got a type. I ain't got no type.
are you
Oh,
serious?
this is dead ass TMZ shit. I'm like, bro, this dude living his life like it's golden, doing bumps in Paris, dating his aunt basically. Now he went he went Nicole Murphy.
Oh my
Hey,
God, bro, what a nightmare.
gotta give it to you, Mike.
If I was Mike, I'd be like, that ain't my son.
Hey, Mike, I gotta give it to you, man. Your sons, man, they interested, huh? UCF. Is that the one that went to UCF? Marcus?
Marcus.
Bro, got a little store at Disney Springs. I see you, dog.
He got a taste of that dusty pussy and never went back, huh?
Hey, the old women, they'll do something to you, dog. They get into your brain. Hey, Marcus, I hear you, dog. I hear you, dog. Anyway, where can they find us at, brother?
Jesus. You can find us on Twitter at fair_weatherpod. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Search the Fairweather Podcast, and wherever you subscribe or listen to podcast audio, you can catch us there. Search the Fairweather Podcast. Take it away.
They trying to write me off behind my back, though. I told y'all I'm in my diva era. I'm in my diva era now.